If you go to a bunch of VCs, an angel investing, you tell them, listen, this idea is going to make 20x in 2 years, I think they've lost the investors there.
Yeah.
So what is the advice that you give to people who are trying to raise funding? Because even though, the VCs, the guys who are the angel investors or whoever it is, the VC, the fund, is looking for those gems in this kind of shot, let's call it a shotgun approach, whatever hits, the investor can't go with that perspective. Yes. I think the investor needs to go, because this also plays into the investor's grounding and execution approach, right? You got to be conservative and face reality. What happens if nothing's all super floaty, hunky dory, nothing, right? So, what kind of advice would you give a startup who, and their founders looking to get an investment? How would their angle be?
Yeah. So, what I think, what I actually, for instance, kind of was not really emphasizing in my approach, trying to raise funding, is that usually you hear stories from people telling you need to build a relationship with your potential investor. So this is usually what people give you an advice. And I remember when by the way, this is a top-notch advice, but I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, what the heck does that mean actually? Do I build it like a relationship, or I build it with you over 5 years? But they tell you need to build a relationship with a potential investor. This is an excellent advice, but let me now clarify what that means from a VC perspective. When an investor comes for the first time in touch with you, they don't know your track record, how you're delivering, can you execute, are you a good person, is this the right fit? So what people mean when they tell you need to build up a relationship with a VC, what they're telling you actually, you need to build a track record with these people, and you will do that by, for the next 3 to 6 months, showing them that what you communicate, you deliver on that exactly. You are transparent with them in the communication. You clearly state what's working, what's not working. And that gives them an opportunity to internally make the case for you. Because I tell to people now, for you to get an investment from a VC, there are 3 things you need to have. You need to have a stakeholder who will say, I vouch for this company, for this startup, and I'm going to pitch it to the partners, and I'm going to convince the partners to say yes as well to this investment opportunity. The second thing is the timing has to be right. Let's say the VC is very busy with a huge investment, and it's going to take their time for the next month. If you come to them and tell them, can you make a decision within the next month? They will not tell you no. They will say, let me come back to you. But they will be busy with other investments. So you need to have the timing. So the stakeholder, you need to have the timing, and you need to have the right opportunity. Your opportunity needs to be the right one at that moment. In a sense, it has to be a hot industry. We have to be in a bull market, let's say, and the VC actually has to, for instance, have money. Because many times VCs maybe don't have enough capital, or they have too few and you cannot be their big investment. So let the VCs and the investors get to know you. Be in a constant communication with them. That means every week, send them an update email saying, I promised this, I delivered that, this worked, this didn't work. You can hear from me next week. Even if they don't reply, do it actually. And you need to have internal stakeholder, you need to have the timing right, and you need to have the opportunity right. And if these 3 things collide, you will get an investment.
Thank you for watching. If you liked that video and you want to watch the full episode, it's available here. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. It helps the channel.